Hey guys, okay, let's get straight into this. Here I'm in an open practice server. Here are the settings. I'm not going to show you 3 laps back to back as I'm still kind of learning the track as I'm going along, still finding time in loads of different places. As you can see there, the times are quite vastly different, and I'm still making mistakes, so there's still time to be found. So I'll first let you see the lap in my normal view. I'll then show you the lap again in a slightly different view, talking about my how I'm attacking the track and boost and all that sort of stuff. So let's go. Okay, so from the get-go, didn't have the best start, took the wrong angle going into the curves, and as you can see there, had a little bit of a bad run, probably lost almost a tenth about there. So yeah, coming into the first corner, hug the left side, turn just before that white line. You want to brake as straight as possible, and you can take quite a bit of the first curve, but the second one you've got to be a bit more cautious. I use about 3% boost through here. One of the better parts of the track, but I just turned in a little bit too late there. Still managed to do alright with the corner, but could have done slightly better here. This corner was as good as I'm probably going to get. Turned in really well, and you know you've done really well because you can, as soon as you hit that apex, you just get back on the power, and if you've done it well, you will just about stay on the track to keep those right side tyres on the curb. I've now manually boosted all the way up to about 21%, 21, 22. These chicanes can be quite awkward. I just brake just on the left hand side, that orange mark. I will say, you know, if you're struggling, just make sure you brake maybe slightly earlier. Like slowing fast out definitely helps, especially on these long straights where top end speed is imperative. So now I've now boosted from 22% all the way up to 40%. So now I've used about 18% of my boost. This next chicane can be quite awkward, especially on the exit. You've got to make sure you don't take liberties with the curbs. Just here on the left hand side, there you go. I try to fit my left wheels just in that little gap in the curbs. From here now I've boosted from 40% all the way up to 60. Again, coming into the next corner, hug the left hand side as much as you can, try and brake as straightly as possible, and start braking just before you start to hit the curb on the right side. I now boost from 60 up to 75%, sometimes 76, 77, but yeah, roughly around there. These next set of corners can be quite difficult. I like to brake initially for the first turn here, and then I'll lift, and then I'll straighten up, and then I'll brake again, straightening it up. That helped me quite a bit. Here the boost actually doesn't kick in, so you have to be a bit easy on the throttle. The boost isn't going to help correct the car, so it can spin quite a bit. Okay, from here I now boost from 75% to 89.5%. 89.5, not 89, not 90, 89.5. Okay, you want to hug the left hand side, brake, go down into fifth, and you want to turn in slightly earlier than what you think. Here you can go full throttle, don't be scared. Now a little lift as you turn in, again lifting, just trying to keep your foot on the brake to keep the nose down. This part here is very difficult. You can lose quite a lot of time if you don't turn left at the right time and get on the power early enough. Alright, these final chicanes, you just got to attack them and attack them fast. Go through this in third, stay in second here. You can attack these curbs quite a bit, but I have seen other faster guys go around the curbs a little bit more, so it's up to you how you want to do it. So there you go, boy. That's a lap of Le Mans, or how not to do it. I mean, for the record, I am not good at this track. I'm still learning this track. Yeah, like the first time I actually started doing this track, I was on iRacing, and you know, it's a really cool track. It's just I still haven't learned the ins and outs. You know, like every track has its own little secrets, and I'm still finding my feet here. I've been on this for a few days now, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable, but not consistent, not yet. You get consistency once you start to feel really comfortable on the track, and I'm not quite there yet, but you know, still learning, still figuring stuff out, which is cool. I'd say I'm about 1.5 to 2 seconds off the really fast guys. You can see here my top speed is a 330, I think. And I'm thinking that's fast, but there's guys hitting 338, 340 on the straight. So you know, they've got something. They've got like you know, they've got a really nice setup that allows them to turn still pretty good, and their top speed is just unbelievable. So I'm not really going to be making any sort of waves when it comes to challenging anybody else like that with those sort of speeds. This setup is the pure driving school setup, which isn't too bad. I actually didn't like it initially, but I tried a few others, VRS, a few others from my mates, and then eventually came back to this and thought, you know what, forget the top speed. I just can't drive it. I'm just gonna come back to here. This one's nice to drive, and just leave it at that. Also, I forgot to mention, once I get to 89%, 89.5%, I then go through both chicanes at the very end, and then I use the remaining 10.5% up to the start finish line. Basically, that's basically how much boost you'd need to get from after that chicane, the final chicane, to the start finish line. And then you've got a new lap to start using roughly the same amount of boost. You're going to be able to use 100%, so there's no need to worry about that sort of stuff. So yeah, anybody else out there who has got any tips for me when it comes to taking on this track, please let me know, or any setup tips as well to try and reach those better top speeds but still keeping the car to be quite mobile. I'm all ears. But yeah, man, thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys again soon.